Looks like they're gonna have a nice tight race. Or no, that's Josh Crone. Josh Cone. Josh Cone and Trey Kembley right now at the 50. They'll both be under 2-minute pace starting off. We'll see how this race shapes out as well. If you look up in lane 1, that was Oliver Brown in 3rd place.
Yeah, it looks like we have 2 freshmen, 2 sophomores, and a junior in this race here.
Yeah, so we have a good
2 freshmen and a junior for BNL, and then 2 sophomores for Edgewood.
Yeah, so it's interesting to see how freshmen will come in. They'll be fresh out of age group swimming, where it's a lot of young guys, and not very big guys yet. They definitely haven't grown into their bodies yet. Versus upperclassmen who are juniors and seniors who are they're weightlifting. They're
right.
Fully grown. They're as tall as they'll get. There's definitely a competitive advantage to some of these guys, but that's one thing that we don't really get in college swimming as much, as everyone's grown into their bodies and everyone's like.
Yeah, that's when you use everything else to try to make yourself better.
Yeah.
You've got the nutrition, you've got everything.
Yeah. Nutrition, weightlifting, sleeping, recovery. I mean, we have personal trainers, like all those super small things that add up. It looks like Trey Kimbley's about to finish his race here. He'll finish with a nice time, definitely. We'll see what his time is here in a second.
I think we had...
first guy under 2 minutes, 158.14. There we go. And then Josh Cone finishes right behind him, around 2:14, if I'm not mistaken. It looks like up in lane 1, Oliver Brown finished 3rd, and then
I think Oliver Brown thought he finished after 6 lengths of the pool.
Yeah,
because he stopped.
Yeah. Actually, no. A good friend of mine did that once. It's so funny. Normally on the college level, you don't really make mistakes like that.
Right.
But he just.
I can see how it's easily done if you
he was just nervous about his race.
He's just nervous. That's his first ever race, his first ever swim meet.
As we're finishing up here, Sam Gastiano.
We think it's Sam.
Yeah, I think it's Sam. Sam finishes here. Nice time, 3:25.95. And then here we go. We'll start with the girls 200 IM, where we'll have Cookie King, Caitlin Moody for the Stars, and then Ellie Lewis for Edgewood.
And this is the 200 IM, so this is the medley, right?
Yes, individual medley. So each swimmer will do all 4 strokes. They'll do 50 fly, 50 back, 50 breast, 50 freestyle. This is one of the events I compete in at Purdue. Looks like she's having a little trouble with the starting blocks right now.
As you can tell from here, they just don't stop. They just go, and.
Oh yeah, they have quite a fast turnover in this meet.
Yes. With 24 events, we are on event number 5.
This event, I think, it's one of the easiest events, but it's also one of the hardest events because you have to be...
To me, it would be one of the hardest, other than the distance swimming. So this would be one of the hardest to me as an outsider.
Yeah, so the way I look at this race is, it's a 200. Obviously, 200s are going to be tough races just because it's a 200. It's not a sprint. It's you have to have a little bit of strategy, but also, when you do the 4 different strokes, you actually tire out each one of those different muscle groups at a different time. So your fly muscle groups will get tired, and then you switch straight into backstroke. So, different muscle groups are getting tired, but your heart rate is still really, really high. So you have to compensate and you have to train through your heart rate being super high, and just go straight into the race and be able to still perform with good technique. So. For me, this race is probably one of the most painful. So when you're hearing all the people scream, go, go, go. When swimmers come up for breaststroke and they take their breath, they actually, their teammates, they cheer them on when they come up, because you can hear a little bit when you come up for your breath in breaststroke. So they're all trying to motivate them to beat their competition as much as they can. It looks like we're having a really good race right now.
No kidding. This is really good here.
Between Ellie Lewis and Cookie King. We'll see if Ellie Lewis has the freestyle to, back up the rest of that IM. Or could Cookie King catch up? Looks like Ellie Lewis still has the lead right now. Looks like Cookie King is definitely catching her a little bit though, but
yeah, I just don't know if there's enough pool left to.
No. Ellie Lewis will run away with it. Finishing first. We'll see how. She finished with a time of 2:42.74. And then Cookie King finishes with a time of 2:46.77. Nice race between those two girls.
Yes, and
some good sportsmanship right there too. We just saw them shaking hands at the end.
And Moody is finishing off her race here.
Yep, she'll be finishing off here in a couple strokes. See if she can get her head down. One of the things Purdue tries to go by is we want to be the best finishing team. So we want to. You see the black mark right there, the 15-meter mark. We want to take that and not breathe into the finish.
Rest of the way.
Yeah, just put our head down and get our hand on the wall.
So this will be BNL versus BNL. Looks like brother versus brother.
Yes, it looks like
Isaiah and Zeke Eichel.
Yep. Oh yeah, this is going to be a good race between these two.
You've got a freshman and a sophomore.
Hopefully some good competition between these two.
Yes, a brother final.
Looks like Isaiah is just a little bit taller than Zeke.
And that could be the 1 year difference.
Oh, definitely. But Isaiah looks to be 6'3", 6'4", maybe. And Zeke's probably 5'6", 5'7". So Isaiah is definitely going to have a big advantage here on the butterfly, because it's nice to be tall and have big lengthy strokes in that first 50 fly.
Yeah. I'm sure mom and dad is loving this right now.
Oh, for sure.
As well as everybody in their family.
I wonder if they have anything they're betting on for this race.
Yeah, who has to do the dishes tonight?
Looks like Zeke has actually really good backstroke head position. See how Isaiah is kind of bouncing up and down a little bit. Zeke's head is just perfectly still, staring straight up. That's something I've been working on a lot in backstroke, actually, is keeping my head still. It looks like Isaiah is moving on the breaststroke right now. Zeke's coming in, finishing backstroke, and going into breaststroke. So a good part of breaststroke, believe it or not, is actually just genetic. So if you look down at your foot, breaststrokers can actually rotate their foot. So if you had an axis going through the top of your big toe all the way back to your heel, they can rotate it counterclockwise.
Okay.
Which is purely genetic. It's hard. It's really, really, really hard to train that. Unfortunately, mine's pretty much just stuck straight up and down. So I'm not a great breaststroker because of that. But looks like both of these guys actually have the genetic makeup to be good breaststrokers. So.
Well, they are brothers.
They are. So it's kind of cool to see that they both have that breaststroke trait.
And we'll watch Zeke finish here.
Hopefully Zeke can put his head down into the wall here and finish with a nice time. Good way to start off the season for both of those guys. Isaiah with a 2:20.8. Zeke with, we'll see the time here in a second, 2:44.55. And next up we have the women's 50 freestyle. We'll have 2 Edgewood swimmers and 2 BNL swimmers here with Marilyn Ballard and Jenna Crosley from Edgewood, and then Shelby Slaughter and Kat
Kwacha. Sorry about that at home. Kwacha.
Kat Kwacha.
And this is just down and back. This is basically as fast as you can go.
Yep. This is the, I would call this the 3rd fastest race in swimming, but this is the fastest individual race in swimming. And it looks like lane 3, Jaden, oh wait, no, lane 3, Shelby Slaughter is going to run away with that one. Finishing the time at 28.93.
And Kat Kwacha comes in to finish.
She's going to finish in time of 46.64. And then from Edgewood, we had, where are we here? We had Marilyn finish 2nd with 31.7, and Jenna finished 3rd with a 32.1. It's a good race between those 2 teammates, really close.
Event 8, the boys 50-yard freestyle.
All right, now we have the men's 50 freestyle. We'll have Borodash in lane 1 from BNL, Cohen Bell from Edgewood in lane 2, Jaden Kemp in lane 3 from BNL, Rosemeyer in lane 4 from Edgewood, Logan Langley in lane 5 from BNL, and Luke Garrett from Edgewood in lane 6.
And looks like we have a JV.
Oh, yes.
Vincent Knight. He'll be in lane 3 here.
Looks like he'll just be competing on his own today.
Yep, this is what they said was just a JV swim for him. Probably his first ever.
Yeah, probably one of his first ever swims. Hopefully it goes well for him. Let's see when we get to that wall. Oh, and he nailed the flip turn. Let's go.
Yeah, he
Way
did.
to go.
Keep going. Vincent Knight.
Hopefully Vincent finishes here and get his time. I always wish I had my first ever swims on a video.
Yeah.
I just want to see,
just so we can see where you've gone and what you've done throughout the year.
Yeah.
And that was a 102.
102.08. Way to go, Vincent.
Good job, Vincent. Now we can go into what you did earlier, that 50-yard freestyle here.
50 free.
What you announced earlier.
Yeah.
All the swimmers here.
Lane 2 from Edgewood, Bell.
And then after this, we'll get to go into the diving, which I actually learned a lot about because my roommate, actually, his name's Tyler Downs. He's actually an Olympian. He went to the Olympics this summer for diving, and
Awesome.
one of the best in the world right now. So he's gotten to tell me all about that sport. Ooh, lane 6. Nice start over there. That was Luke Garrett. Looks like he's going to flip with the lead. Luke Garrett and Jaden Kemp are going to be very close. Looks like
lane 1, too.
up in lane 1, Borodosh. It's going to be between these two. Looks like it's going to go to Luke Garrett. Yeah, Luke Garrett, 30.35, and then Borodosh in lane 1, 30.68. And then lane 3 was Jaden Kemp with 32.48. Great times for all of those guys.
And we will now prepare the pool for the diving portion of the meet.
All right, as they prepare the pool for the diving portion, we're going to take a short break, and then we'll come back here for the diving portion. So, again, just want to say thank you to everybody for tuning in tonight, and we'll see you in just a couple minutes. Thanks for joining.
Thank you.
Bedford Federal Savings Bank is proud to sponsor BNL Live. Your friends and neighbors at Bedford are ready to help you with all your financial needs. From our convenient locations to our cutting-edge website to our Bedford To Go mobile app. Call us today at 812-275-5907. Log on to bedfed.com or stop in to say hello at one of our 2 convenient locations. Bedford Federal Savings Bank, where community comes first since 1926. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. The Pittman Law Firm was originally established by Clarence J. Uni Donovan in 1931. Pittman Law Firm and its predecessors have been serving clients in Lawrence and surrounding counties for over 90 years. The firm's current attorneys, James Greg Pittman and Michelle Woodward, are both graduates of Bedford North Lawrence High School and lifelong residents of Lawrence County. Pittman Law Firm offers a broad range of legal services, including adoptions, family law, estate planning, guardianships, real estate, civil law, personal injury, criminal law, commercial transactions, and municipal law. Contact Pittman Law Firm at 812-279-8181 for all your legal needs. Texicon Cut Stone is a limestone fabrication mill located in Bloomington, Indiana. Specializing in the art of cutting limestone, Texicon prides itself in producing top-quality products. Working mainly on commercial and high-end residential projects, we work with our clients to make their visions a reality from start to finish. Texicon is a proud supporter of BNL Live. For more information, please visit TexiconCutStone.com. With 28 years of service to the community, Good Sports specializes in custom silk screening and embroidery. If your business is in need of providing your workforce or team with logoed apparel, Good Sports has a wide selection for on the job, in the field, or on the court. Good Sports creates the image that best represents your business or sports team. Good Sports can offer a safe, personal, no-contact ordering system and delivery process. Or you are always welcome to visit their store at 1027 17th Street, Bedford, Indiana, or call 812-275-5229. Owned by Damon Bailey and Randy Hawkins, Resource Services is your one-stop shop for janitorial supplies, food service, break room supplies, packaging, safety, and facility maintenance. Our inventory has expanded to include an office supply department. We offer name brands at competitive prices. If you have cleaning issues or office supply needs, give us a call. Our staff is trained to help you solve your issues and help you save money. Located in Bedford, we serve the entire state of Indiana, Kentucky, Southern Illinois, and parts of Tennessee. Please call 812-275-4790.
Owen County State Bank plays hard for each of its customers. They work hard to create a financial strategy and game plan that best fits an individual's needs. The friendly banking staff are your teammates who are also your friends and neighbors who treat you like a person, not a number. Owen County State Bank offers competitive rates to help you win financially. Get Owen County State Bank on your team to tackle your personal and business banking. To learn more about Owen County State Bank, visit ocsbank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 518354.
A Career Center is a place where any student interested in a career technical education course can come to learn hands-on experience along with academic skills.
Coming in here, I've never held a paint gun or anything with that simulator. I mean, it literally simulates every technique you need to know.
I'm going to see if I can use my CNA certification to get on like a nursing home or an entry-level position at a hospital.
And want to welcome everybody back here to BNL Aquatic Center. And as you can see that the divers are starting to take their warm-ups here. We're going to go over the divers here pretty quick here. For the girls side of things, we've got junior Ashley Starks for BNL. And we've got a freshman Kim Franklin from Edgewood. And a senior from Edgewood, Cora Martin. And then, Andrew, what do we have on the boys' side here?
On the guys' side, we have, for BNL, we'll have Cade Bailey, Cameron Miller, and Javen Nykirk. And then for Edgewood, we'll have Ian White, Quinn Balcom, and Oliver Hetty. So hopefully these guys can all dive well tonight, and hopefully we can see some 10s. That'd be awesome, right?
Yeah. We'll see here. But again, you know, for the divers, this has got to be probably one of the toughest matches or toughest meets for them because it's the first one of the year.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You've got everybody watching you.
Yeah.
Everybody's excited, and you're out there by yourself.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to be in this situation. I mean, at least in swimming, you're out there with 7 other guys or 5 other guys, or depending on the size of the
you're
pool.
not by yourself.
Yeah, I mean,
and you're not in an arena where everybody's looking at you.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
you're it. I mean, I was a golfer, so to me, this is all mental. That first match or meet to try to get past that that fear. I know we've got 2 upperclassmen and 1 freshman here diving on the girls' side, and then 1 freshman on the, and then all upperclassmen on the boys' side except 1 freshman. So,
yeah. So hopefully those upperclassmen can kind of calm the younger guys down a little bit, make sure they're in the right space mentally, so they're not too nervous going into the dives. Because I know I go to Purdue, and Purdue diving is the best diving. It's the best diving program in the world. I mean, we have guys like David Budaya, multiple Olympic medals. We have Olympic coaches like Adam Soldati, and my roommate actually is Tyler Downs, who's an 18-year-old that made the Olympic team last summer. And Jordan Rezepka, the number 2 diver in the nation right now, and what's his name? Steele Johnson, also an Olympic diver. Right. Multiple Olympic divers. And I know a huge part about what they do is they just have to stay calm, and they can't get into their own heads and start letting outside factors affect their dives. And another big thing is they can't let if they have one bad dive, they can't let that affect the rest of their dives. They have to be able to come back and dial in and not have to worry about anything like that.
Right.
So,
and then that's where I was talking about golf a little bit, is you can't let one shot ruin your round. That's just like here. You can't let one dive ruin the rest of your 5 dives.
Right.
Or I see they don't say here how many dives we're diving tonight, but it's usually 5 or 7, correct?
I think, yeah. I think in college it's 6, but I don't know what it is in high school. It's either, I think it's 5, but I know in college they do one of each direction. So they'll do a forward, backwards, an inwards, and then a reverse. And then they'll also do a dive with a spin, and then they double up in one category. So each one of those has a number 1, so 100 level dives, those are forward dives. 200 level dives, those are like backflips. 300s, those would be in layman's terms, those are gainers.
Yeah.
And then 400 level dives is where they're facing the board, and then they move their head towards their feet. So those ones look the scariest to me. But then 500 level dives are spinning dives too. So.
And Ashley Starks will be our first diver here. Degree of difficulty 1.4, BNL Junior.
So it looks like she's going to be doing a 4:01.
That was really good.
Yeah.
So on the far side of your screen there, we've got a 5.5, a 5, and a 4, which we will read those out for you.
5 1/2. Our second diver will be from Edgewood. It's Kenny Franklin. She will be doing dive 401B. It's an inward dive.
401B, inward dive.
Degree of difficulty 1.5.
B is a pike position, so she won't tuck into a ball here.
That was pretty good. I'm gonna say that for every dive, because I can't get out there and do that.
Yeah. Anything's good relative to what I would do up there. So.
Yes.
Our third diver.
So our third diver is Cora Martin. She's a senior.
Doing dive 401C. It's an inward dive.
Another 401C.
Difficulty 1.4.
Similar to the last.
1.4 degree of difficulty.
Similar to the last dive, except for she can ball up.
And you're right. She did ball up.
And so
and that's one thing that you see, they don't make any noise till they come back out of the water, correct?
Yeah.
So we will try to be quiet as we can be here.
But the dives that end with B, actually, those are all in pike position. So those, they don't ball up. They have to, do the toe touch. And then, ones like this one, 401C, they can tuck in.
I think this is Javen Nykirk, BNL freshman.
So he looks like he's going to get some Some fours here.
And I've put the scoreboard up in your top right corner, so you'll be able to look at home, for those of you at home, the scores per dive, and also the degree of difficulty here.
So it looks like they're all getting their 400 level dives out of the way right now.
Yeah.
So we'll see some more, backflip action.
All very similar on this one here.
Diver 6 is Cameron Miller from BNL.
Cameron Miller, he's a junior from Bedford, North Lawrence.
401B. It is an inward dive, pike position. Degree of difficulty, 1.5.
Very small splash for him, but
Got a 4.5, a 5, and a 5.
some things to look for is how close they are to the board and how small of a splash there is. So they can get points deducted for getting too far away from the board.
401C. It is an inward dive, tough position. Degree of difficulty, 1.4.
That one wasn't quite vertical, so he's going to get a little bit of point deduction off of that. But
4.5, 5, and 4.
Diver 8 is from Bedford, North Lawrence. It's Cade Bailey.
Cade Bailey, a junior from Bedford, North Lawrence.
401B. So the same thing that they've been doing, but he's going to be in a pike position. So that one he over-rotated
Yep.
a good amount. So he'll definitely get a point deduction for that. But I mean, it's a good starting point for the year. That's really what they're all looking to do right now, is just see where they're at. So
From Edgewood, will be doing dive 401B. It's an inward dive, pike position.
Ollie Hetty, a senior from Edgewood. Good job from him.
looks like he's got some range and score there from 5 to 4.5 to 3.5. I don't think their coach liked his dive very well.
Yeah, I think that's where you're going to see a lot of coaches are going to be harder on their players than the other coaches.
Yeah, almost overcompensation.
Now we'll do round 2 here. We'll start back with Ashley Starks.
1.2.
So now
Good job from her.
We're at 100 level dive, so they're going to be moving forwards on the board. It looked like she piked instead of tucked. Yeah, she didn't do the right dive. She was supposed to tuck and she piked.
This is Kimmy from Edgewood. It's dive 101B. Forward dive, pike position. Degree of difficulty, 1.3.
That was pretty good
Yeah,
right
that
there.
was a good dive from her.
Yeah,
7,
she got a
5,
7, a 5, and a 5.5.
Yeah, that was good. She was nice, high up, close to the board. Not that big of a splash. That looked great.
This is Cora. It's dive 402.
Cora Martin, senior from Edgewood.
Forward somersault, tough position. Degree of difficulty.
So 402C, so she's going to do a front flip from this position. little bit higher of a degree of difficulty there, so hopefully that gets her some good points.
Yeah, to me, anytime you flip, that's going to move that,
Yeah, that's going to move
that
the
bar up.
Yeah, definitely.
Dive 101B. It's a forward dive, pike position. Degree of difficulty 1.3.
Now he went flying away from the board, so that's definitely going to result in a little bit of point deduction, but the actual entry itself didn't look bad at all.
3.5.
4, 3.5. From Edgewood, this is Ian. It's dive 402C.
This is Ian White, a junior from Edgewood.
Degree of difficulty 1.6.
Looks like we're going to have that same dive right here, the front flip from this position. But he got a nice standing straight up and down entry there, so he should get a good amount of points for that.
Score 4.5.
4.5, 5, 5.5.
Some solid scores there.
This is Cameron from BNL. It's dive 103.
This is Cameron Miller, junior from BNL.
It's 103, so that's forwards and then 3 half flips, so it's 1.5 forward.
Good dive there, I thought.
Oh yeah, definitely. He stayed nice and close to the board.
Yeah,
Not
6.
too big of a splash.
Scores are 6, 5.5, 6.
6. This is Quinn from Edgewood. It's dive 402C.
This is Quinn Balcam from Edgewood. He's a junior.
1.6.
Got 4.5, 4.5, 4.5.
That was just because he wasn't
Straight up.
Yeah, he wasn't vertical entering. Still pretty good dive though. Definitely better than what I could do.
I cannot get out there and do that.
Yeah, so it looks like Cade's going to do a 103, so it's a 1.5 forwards.
Good dive there.
Yeah, and he stayed in the pike position too, so that makes that dive a little bit harder.
Yep, scores 5.5, 6, 5.5.
So I believe what they do is they average the 3 scores and then
Times it by the
degree of difficulty.
Yep.
Position. Degree of difficulty 1.6.
Good job. It's going to be a score of 6, 5, 5.5.
It's a pretty good dive from him.
And now we move back to the girls. Ashley Starks again will start us back over. This is round number 3 of dives.
Straight. Degree of difficulty 1.7.
So she's going to be doing a dive with a difficulty of 1.7. Nice entry for her.
So we got scores for her 4.5, 5, 4.5.
This is Kimmy doing dive 103.
See, that's a dive where I would land on my back.
Yeah, I don't know how
It takes
I
a
would
lot
land.
of talent to do that.
I
To
don't know.
do any of these dives, it takes a lot of hard work.
Yeah, I just don't think I have the flexibility to do a dive like that. That was a really good dive,
That
by
was
the way.
really good there
Very smooth.
from Kimmy Franklin. 6.5, 6.5, 6.5.
6 1/2. This is Cora doing dive 103B. It's a forward 1 1/2 somersault, pike position, degree of difficulty 1.7.
This is a degree of difficulty 1.7. This is Cora Martin. Just over-rotated again there.
Over-rotated just a little bit there, just a little bit over vertical, but...
Scores 4, 4, 4.
Definitely not bad at all. Another difficulty of diving in a pool like this high school pool is it's actually a lot colder than somewhere like Purdue, because at Purdue the divers have their own dive well. That's hot.
Oh, okay. Yes. This is Javen Nykirk.
Had that nice 201, 201A.
So we've got 4.5, 4.
But like I was saying, at Purdue they have a nice warm dive well, so all the athletes can stay warm and keep their muscles loose.
Right.
So it's actually a lot easier for them to do more complicated dives because they're loose.
They're loose. They're warm and.
He did a good job of not over-rotating as much as he could have right there. He actually saved
he
himself.
He kind of stopped himself.
Yeah, he saved himself some points
his
right
scores
there.
are 4, 4, 3.
This is Cameron doing dive 202A.
This is Cameron Miller, Jr. from BNL.
202A. So it's a backflip, and he stays completely straight the whole time.
You're right. He did too.
Yeah,
good job to him.
We almost never see the A category of dives. That's a college. That's something that college competitors almost never do. But interesting to see them here. So to go over the letters behind the dives, A is you stay completely straight. B, you stay in a pike position, and C, you can ball up. You can be in a tuck position. So.
4, 5.
And next up is Cade Bailey.
Dive 201B.
201B.
Back dive, pike position. Degree of difficulty 1.6.
Did a good dive there.
Pretty good job there. Got his nice pike.
Scores 5, 5, 4.5.
5, 4 1/2. This is Ollie doing dive 103B. Forward 1 1/2 somersault.
This is Ollie Sr. from Edgewood.
1.7.
Looks like we're having a little bit of confusion here with the dive lineup.
This is dive 103B. Forward 1 1/2 somersault, pike position. Degree of difficulty 1.7.
All right, looks like he's going to do a 103B here. Stay pike.
And does it very well after questioning everything.
Yeah.
5.5, 5, 6.
Way to come back from a
That's
little,
right.
little mental game right there.
And round number 4 will start now. Ashley Starks starts this again.
Reverse somersault. Top position. Degree of difficulty 1.6.
Oh, that was a cool dive. She did a,
Yeah.
I think that's called.
Just kind of over-rotated a little bit,
She
but still,
over-rotated
that's
a little bit, but that's a skill that I could not do.
4.5, 4, and 4.
Kimmy will be doing dive 301.
I've tried to do those dives at the public pool before. It just does not work out.
Difficulty, 1.7.
These 300 and 400 level dives, they're just something I just don't think I could ever get myself to do.
Yep. 5.5. 6. 6.
Very good dive for her.
Yeah, good dive for Kimmy, and she's a freshman. So,
Nice long career ahead of her.
yes, just starting.
Back dive, tuck position. Degree of difficulty, 1.5.
Good dive from Cora there. Five.
She had some pretty good
4.5. Yes.
Jabin will be doing dive 301C. It's a reverse dive, tuck position. Degree of difficulty, 1.6.
Nice small splash for him. You must have to feel a little bit bad for the divers, though, because I know as a swimmer, I would always get out and be really, really, really cold on deck, even though it's hot for all the people up in the stands. But the divers,
that water is not very warm.
no, not at all. Especially getting in and out and in and out, and doors opening and wind coming in.
It is not your typical outdoor pool temperature.
No.
Good dive there. His scores are 4, 4, 4.5.
4.5. Cameron.
Looks like we'll have Cam dive again.
Reverse somersault, tuck position. Degree of difficulty, 1.6.
Good job to him.
Good job.
302C right there.
So he got a 5, a 3.5, and a 4.
3.5. 4. Quinn will be doing dive 5121D. Forward
Quinn
somersault,
Balcam, a
1.5
junior.
twist 3.
And we've got some twists coming up in this dive here.
Some 500 level stuff. So 5121D. So the 5 means you're doing a dive with a twist, and then it said 121. So 1 moving forward, 2 half twists, or no, 2 half flips, and then 1 is a half twist, and then D means that you're doing something other than the 3 original letters. Fascinating.
Good job from Cade there. 5.5, 5, 5.
Some good scores for him.
This is Ollie. He will be doing
And this is to end round number 4 of dives.
tuck position. Degree of difficulty, 1.5.
Great dive right there.
Oh wow, what a small splash right there.
Yeah.
It was like a
Really
knife.
good. 5.5, 6, 6.
6. This will begin round 5.
Round 5. Ashley Starks.
5211A. It's a back dive, 1 half twist straight. Degree of difficulty, 1.8.
little bit away from vertical right there. Still a good dive for her.
She gets 4, 4, 4. Good job to her.
This is Kimmy doing dive 201B. Back dive.
Kimmy Franklin, she's a freshman from Edgewood.
1.6.
Good dive for her. So we've got a 5, a 4.5, and a 5.5.
Seems like she's been having quite a good meet. I can see her being the front runner right now.
Dive 202C. It's a back somersault, tuck position, degree of difficulty 1.5.
Wow, great dive.
Yeah, it looked really good.
Yeah.
She's got 5s across the board there.
5.
Javen will be doing dive 5211.
This is Javen Nykirk, freshman for BNL.
Half twist straight. Degree of difficulty 1.8.
Is this his first ever meet? Not a bad dive at all. 4.5, 4, and 5.
4 5. Ian will be doing dive 202C. A back somersault, tuck position, degree of difficulty 1.5.
Nice backflip.
Yeah, good job from him. Scores 5.5, 5.5, 5.5.
Well deserved too. He landed almost perfectly vertical. Splash was still a little chunky, but
We'll be doing dive 5211.
This is Cameron Miller.
It's a back dive with a 1/2 twist straight, degree of difficulty 1.8.
Four and a half.
4 and 1/2.
5.
4 and 1/2. This is Quinn. He will be doing dive 202C. A back somersault, tuck position, degree of difficulty 1.5.
202C. I think this is actually the only dive I can do.
Good job from him.
Oh yeah, good dive. Good dive.
Yeah, good job. His scores 5, 4.5,
Scores
5.
4 and 1/2. 5. Kate will be doing dive 5231D. It is a back 1 and 1/2 somersault, 1/2 twist free. Degree of difficulty 2.1.
2.1. Good job.
It was a nice
Good
dive.
job.
5231.
Scores 5, 5.5, 4.5. And go ahead, Andrew.
That was a twisting backflip with 3 half. No, it would have been a twisting 1.5 backflips with just a half twist. That's a complicated dive.
Yes, it is. To me, they all are. And his scores are 5, 4.5, 5.5.
5 and 1/2. And this begins our 6th
this will be round number 6 in our final round. Ashley Starks will start it here, the junior from Bedford, North Lawrence.
1.4.
Good job for her. Finished strong here.
Oh yeah, some good scores right there too. 5.5, 4.5, 5.5.
5 and 1/2.
Definitely a good way to finish that off for her.
We'll be doing dive 5-2-2-1D. A back somersault, 1/2 twist, 3. Degree of difficulty, 1.7.
This is Kimmy Franklin, freshman from Edgewood.
She'll finish her meet off with a great dive right there. Almost perfectly vertical. A little far away from the board, but
And scores are 5, 5.5, 5.
5 and 1/2, 5.
good job to her. What a good meet.
This is Cora doing dive 301C. Reverse dive, tuck position, degree of difficulty, 1.6.
This is Cora Martin. She's a senior from Edgewood.
Just a little short of vertical right there.
Right.
But
Her scores 4, 4.5, 4.5.
4 and 1/2.
Now we'll move to the final round for the boys diving. Javen Nykirk, freshman from Bedford, North Lawrence.
Position, degree of difficulty, 1.7.
Just didn't get that rotation down.
yeah, it's because he actually didn't hit the end of the board. When you hit the end of the board, you go a little bit higher up and you go a little bit, you stay closer to the board. So some things that he can work on in the future, definitely.
A reverse dive, tuck position, degree of difficulty, 1.6.
Good dive there.
Good job to him.
4 and 1/2, 5 and 1/2.
It's kind of nice for these guys to be able to dive on a 1 meter diving board instead of what's at Purdue too, because we actually have the whole diving tower that goes up to 10 meters,
Right,
which is
right.
33-ish feet. So
Too far.
a little bit higher stakes too, because
Yeah.
you
Good
mess that
job
up.
to him, yes.
You mess that up and you break ribs. So
4.5, 4, 4.5. Good job to him tonight.
Quinn will be doing
This is
dive
Quinn Balcam
302C.
from Edgewood. He's a junior.
It's a reverse somersault, tuck position, degree of difficulty, 1.6.
Just an over rotation on that one.
yeah,
But
slightly
still
over.
good.
Yeah, definitely.
So we've got here 4.5, 4, 4.
4. Kane will do dive 403C.
And we've got Cade Bailey, junior, for BNL.
1.5 somersault, tuck position, degree of difficulty, 2.2.
Good job to him.
Pretty close to the
That
board.
was pretty
right
close,
there.
yeah.
Even from my angle, I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm
5.5, 5.5, 5.5.
I'm perfectly perpendicular with the board here, and his head had to have missed that by less than a
Yeah.
foot.
Yeah, they probably, yeah.
A back 1 and 1/2 somersault, 1/2 twist.
My roommate's actually giving himself a concussion like that.
2.1.
little bit of a mess up right there.
Yep. Probably a no dive here.
Yeah.
And he knows it.
And
that concludes our diving portion.
Good job to all the divers.
Yeah,
It was fun
great job
watching
for all
you
the
guys.
divers. And we're going to take a break here. They're going to reset here and let the teams warm back up here. But again, we'll be back here in just a few minutes. And again, just want to say thank you to everybody for watching so far. And we'll see you in just a couple minutes. And welcome back here as the swimmers are starting to get back into their starting positions here. And after diving here, we've got, we'll have the girls 100-yard butterfly here. And we'll take time here. And Andrew, hopefully you had a good little break there.
Oh yeah, I got to talk to some of my friends from, growing up. So it's nice. Nice being back. See some familiar faces, you know. And now we're gonna start here with the ladies 100 fly. Yeah, 100 fly. So it looks like we're just having Cookie and Bella go head to head here.
Yeah, that is Cookie King and Bella Held. Cookie is a freshman and Bella is a junior.
Looks like Cookie's going away with it right now.
And this is 4 lengths of the pool.
Looks like she'll touch here at a 35.26.
And here comes Bella on your screen.
She'll touch here at 50.89 to go on to her second 50. Looks like Cookie's gonna come under the flags here. Probably about to go 118 or so. Let's see if she hits that. Yep, 118. Looks like Bella's gonna be finishing up here in a second. She's gonna finish right under a minute and 50 seconds. Next up, we're gonna have the men's 100 butterfly. We're gonna have only BNL swimmers in this heat. We're gonna have Carson Puckett, my younger brother, Alexander Swinson, and Noah Carter.
Carson Puckett is a freshman, Alex is a senior, and Noah is a senior for the Stars.
It's good to watch all these guys swimming in, especially my younger brother.
Now, is this his #1 event?
Yes, this is his best event, 100 butterfly right here. He has a pretty nice butterfly. I hate to admit it, but it's probably better than mine.
And that's okay.
Yeah, it is. It is. He's really good at staying low to the water. I mean, when you look at his stroke, it's just so much. It's so fluid. He's going to be out here in a 26.5. I'm really hoping he. So I own the 100 butterfly record at BNL, and I think Alexander could easily break that this year. Some good training. See him get the finish right here. He'll be right around 56 or 57. And then Noah Carter will be right behind him, and then Carson Puckett will be up in lane 1. Finish this race here. Noah Carter ended up with a time of 1:15.62, and Carson Puckett finished in a time of 1:27.59.
Yeah, good job to all those swimmers. Now we've got a 100-yard freestyle, event number 13.
Yeah, so we'll have women's here. So we'll have Marilyn Ballard, Kat
Kawachi?
Kwacha?
Kwacha.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
I
right.
Kwacha.
Kat Kwacha, Allison Lilly, and Nail Young. So it looks like the Edgewood girls are actually running away with this one. Allison Lilly and Marilyn Ballard. Looks like Allison's going to take the lead with a 32-8-2 split going out. Good race here between these two teammates. We're going to see who has enough to finish it off here at the end. Marilyn Ballard pushing the pace here. Oh, it's going to come down to the touch.
Yes, it is.
Wow, what a close race between those two teammates. We'll see how close that actually was. It looks like Allison will just out-touch her by 5/100ths of a second. Allison with a time of 1:11.51. Marilyn Ballard with a time of 1:11.56. So, I mean, at fingertips.
Yeah.
Easily, that's the closest race of the night so far.
Andrew's doing good. He's going to win some laps.
And good job to all those swimmers. Our next race will be our longest race. This is our 500-yard freestyle.
Oh, wait. We have 100 freestyle
Oh,
first.
sorry, boys.
Yeah,
Boys, sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry.
we'll have men's 100 freestyle first.
I was moving ahead of myself on that.
Yeah, we'll have this race first, and then we'll have the 500s. This is John Allen. I know his sisters are also very competitive athletes.
Yeah, in this one we have, let's see, Matthew Phillips, John Allen, Rose Meyer,
Logan Langley right there in lane.
and Gavin Norris
Gavin Norris.
in the pool.
Looks like Gavin Norris missed his race or decided not to swim this one today, but see how John flips here. 24-0. So John's a good example of someone that could definitely swim in college if they wanted to.
He is. I think he is headed to Wabash.
That's right. Maybe swimming at Wabash University. Let's see if he can get his head down here and finish hard. Maybe crack under 50. Oh, just barely. 50. Looks like a 50.8 or 50.7. or 87. 50.87. Yeah. It looks like coming in at second place will be Matthew Phillips, sophomore from Edgewood. And then Mr. Rosemeyer and then Logan Langley. Good racing to all those guys.
Yeah, really good racing. Now we can move over to that 500 freestyle. And this is
the longest event in high school.
Yeah, this is long event. This is probably going to be between 6 and 10 minutes, I'm guessing. We've got two swimmers here. Shelby Slaughter, a junior from Bedford, North Lawrence, and then Ellie Graff from Edgewood, a senior. They have to clear the board here.
then they're off. This is the marathon of high school swimming.
Yes, this is.
In college swimming, though, there's another couple levels.
800? Is there an 800?
Yeah, there's actually there's 1,000 and there's a 1650. 1650
Yeah,
is
I will do a hard pass on the
1650 is actually my least favorite race.
on this one and those other ones. And as you'll notice, as we pan down here towards the far end of the pool, there is teammates down here with numbers, so the swimmers know exactly how many lengths of the pool that they have gone, so they don't have to keep count.
Yeah, which is nice.
Yes, that's very nice, because all you have to worry about is just going as hard as long as you can here.
Yeah, I know I always let my mind go completely blank during my race, or I'll just focus on my race plan. I know, for example, I do 200 backstroke, and what I think about is just how many dolphin kicks I take off every wall, because that's something that I train to do better and better at each time I swim it. So, my mind doesn't go to counting laps. It goes to how many kicks did I just do off of that wall.
Right.
So,
Yep.
but that's just a 200. For example, in the 500, though, when you get to collegiate levels, you have people swimming the race in different ways. So they could actually negative split the race, which means, they'll take the first half of the race out slower than the second half of the race, which is normally the opposite.
Right.
Normally, the first half of the race is faster because, you're less tired, but people will train to do that the other way around. So they'll take the first half of the race out a little bit easier, but then be able to come home and finish hard.
Right. So they will swim a total of 20 down and backs here in this race. So again, we're estimating, probably 6 to 10 minutes.
At this pace, it'll be right around, she was 217 in that first 200. So this should be around right under 5 minutes for her, or right under 6 minutes for her. And then actually it should be around 6 minutes for our Edgewood lady here, Ellie Graff, or Graff. If they hold the same pace, of course. In college swimming, we break our training groups into different stroke groups and different events. So all of our guys that do 50 freestyle will train specifically for 50 freestyle. And, I do 200 backstroke and 200 IM. So my training group will be the guys that do 200 backstroke and 200 IM. Well, the guys that do distance also all have to work together, and that group is the group that you just don't want to be in, because they're the guys that'll have to do 10,000 yards in 2 hours in just one practice, and then they're always the guys that will have to do like a mile for time at the end of practice, swimming, not running, but
right.
It's just the group you don't want to be in.
Those are the rare individuals.
Yeah, they're just
that you want on your team, but just not you.
Yeah. Yeah, we love those guys, but it's I personally could not be one of them.
So it looks like we're going to come up on 15.
So she'll have 125 yards after she gets to this wall. So she'll be flipping down here right around 4:51 or so, or 4:50. So
with 4 to go.
She's got 100 left. All she has to do is go under 1 minute and 10 seconds, and she's under 6 minutes for this race.
What would be the goal? Under 6 minutes?
Well, our record is 5 minutes and 22 seconds, and I'm assuming all of them are trying to, get as close to that as they possibly can. But yeah, I'd say the goal for them is just to, keeping the theme of the meet in check. Just figuring out where they are and having a good starting point. I would say under 6 minutes would be a really good spot for them to start at.
And you heard the bell. This is her final down and back.
So at that pace, she'll be around 6:07 or 6:06.
And that bell just means you better push it all you got right here.
Oh, yeah. That means it's time to go. Put it all on the table. So she'll be just over 6 minutes. Like I said, probably 6:03 or 4. Yeah, 6:04. Seems like she had a lot left at the end there because she was 38 in her second to last 50 and 35. So the goal is to have all those splits as close as possible. It's more of a best average kind of thing than a, save up for the last 50 kind of thing.
Right.
And it looks like Graf here is going to finish in right under 6 minutes 30 seconds. And then we'll be moving on to the men's 500. Oh, 6:30.76.
Good job to those two swimmers.
Way to go.
Now for the boys 500 freestyle, we've got Oliver Brown, a freshman, Luke Garrett, a sophomore from Edgewood, Hayden Puckett, a junior from Bedford North Lawrence, Josh Cohn, a sophomore from Edgewood, and Brodach, I'm not sure of the first name. He's also a freshman for the Stars.
Quite a young field here, besides the.
Besides Hayden Puckett.
Yeah. Something that's kind of interesting to look at is how how their starts develop as they start to get older. More fast twitch muscles are starting to get developed in the older guys, so they can get off the blocks a little bit faster. They can get off the blocks a little bit more confidently too. That's one thing in the Olympics and at high levels of swimming is, in the 50 freestyle, you can see some of these guys that just have incredibly explosive starts. I mean, Caleb Dressel, for example, is the fastest swimmer in America right now. He's the fastest swimmer in history, actually, in the 50 freestyle and the 100 fly. And I mean, he goes 17.6 in his 50 freestyle. In his start, he can probably jump and land outside of the flags from the starting block. So
again, this is going to be probably for the boys. Their goal is probably to break that five minute mark.
Yeah, that's definitely the goal long term. For right now, I'd say front runner Hayden Puckett, I could see him being anywhere from 5:20 to 5:40. Hopefully he stays on this pace and keeps under 6 minutes. But yeah, it's just this race is just tough for the beginning of the year because they're all still getting in shape. They've just started training. The conditioning isn't really hitting yet. But then their aerobic maxes are just not as
there
high.
yet. Yeah.
Which this race is almost purely aerobic. When you look at a 50 freestyle, it's almost anaerobic because they're not breathing. So this race, they breathe every 3 strokes, every other stroke. It's just breath control and managing to get as much power out of each stroke and take as few strokes as you possibly can to get across the pool. So.
Right. Again, we'll take this time just to say thank you to everybody out there that is watching tonight. This is, race number 16.
Yep, so after this we'll have the 200 freestyle relay, which is one of the most exciting events in my opinion. And then we'll have backstroke, breaststroke, and then 400 freestyle relay to end the night off nice. So it looks like Hayden just passed the halfway point right there. Thankfully, I've only ever swam this race on a high school meet once, and I am okay with never swimming it in a race again.
Yeah, I'm sure some of these freshmen may say that too after
the first time swimming it. Yeah. Yeah, it's just something I could never really want to train for. I always like the shorter, faster races or the 200s where there's a little bit more strategy. But the 500s just, a lot of mental toughness to go to train for this race. That's one thing about swimming a lot of people don't realize. The mental side of swimming is actually significantly more important than the physical side of swimming. Going into a race confident with a plan, without any nerves actually affects the race so much more than, just being physically ready for the race.
Right.
I mean, I've seen guys get mad and go crazy times in 50 freestyles and, just stuff like that just really shows, like, maybe the psychology behind sports is a lot more important than we think.
Right. Hayden Puckett is on number 15. So whenever he comes back down here to the starting block end, he will have 100 to go. And that is him right here coming down to make.
Looks like he's flipping at 4:29, splitting a 35 on that. So if he paces that for the rest of the race, he'll be right around 5:39. But it looks like he's speeding up just a little bit.
Yep, probably adrenaline is taking over right now.
Yeah, it looks like he's really starting to pick it up. He'll hear that bell and he'll know it's time to go. And he's just got his last 50 left. We'll see how he can finish this race.
Coach is over there on the far side asking him to start kicking.
I've seen that gesture so many times.
Yes.
Looks like he's going to finish here around probably 5:37 or 5:36. Yep, 5:36.57. It looks like we're going to have Josh Cohn finish here second. Down at the bottom of your screen, we'll have Borodoc starting his last final 50. Then Luke Garrett up there. Looks like he's also starting his last 50.
Yep.
I believe so, at least.
Ollie Brown up there on the top lane number 1. He's finishing his first 500 freestyle.
Which is great to see. He finishes under 7 minutes. Congrats to him. First ever 500 freestyle. I know that hurt.
Yeah.
It hurts me to swim this race, so I know it has to hurt him. Looks like Borodoc down there just finished his 500. Might have been his, his second ever 500. And Luke Garrett just finished as well. Good job to all those guys.
Yeah, good job to all those guys.
That's a man's race right there. That hurts. You have to have some mental strength to do that. It looks like we'll start the fastest, most competitive event in swimming right now, the short course yards 200 freestyle relay. It looks like it's just one relay right now. Looks like it's just Edgewood.
Yep.
Jenna Crossley hops in. She's got a nice flutter kick.
That's one thing about about swimming that I like is you're not only racing somebody else, but you're racing time.
Yeah.
You got to try to get faster every time. It doesn't matter who you beat. It's all about the time that you can get and how fast you can go.
Especially in the preseason. The preseason is all about time, but once we get closer to championship seasons, then it's about getting to the wall first.
Yeah.
But you have to have the time to do that, you know?
Correct, yeah.
Yeah, so a big focus for me right now, 200 backstroke. I mean, I just went 146 in that race. And my goal right now is to try to get down to 143 so I can score for my team at Big Ten championships here in the spring. But, I got to drop another couple seconds to do that. So I have to train specific things to try to drop more and more time and get closer to those times. But then, once I'm actually at the meet, it's,
who can you beat?
Yeah, beat the guy next to me. Or win my heat, or, try to get into that A final or that B final.
Adams is in a glorified janitor.
So it looks like Allison Lilly's going to finish this off, or she's going to finish her leg off, and then Ellie Graff is going to anchor this relay. Some nice underwater kicks for her.
I don't do any of those things.
Going to flip down there. She has a nice freestyle. Nice strong flutter kick. Head down into the finish. Good race for her.
Yeah, really good race.
Some good essential racing skills that she's developing right there.
They got there's time was 209.26.
Event 18, the boys 200-yard freestyle relay.
All right, looks like we've got 3 BNL teams in this race and 1 Edgewood team.
Yep, looks like in Edgewood we'll have Gavin Doris, Matthew Phillip, Ian White, and Josh Cohn. And then for the stars on their main relay, they'll have Cole Baker, Trey Kimbley, Alexander Swenson, and John Allen. In our B relay, we have Zeke Eichel, Hayden Puckett, Garrett Henson, Isaiah Eichel. And then our C relay, we'll have Ashton Moradog Mullis, Jaden Kemp, Oliver Brown, and Carson Puckett. It looks like Cole Baker will lead that off in a 23:08. Great time for him. Handing that lead off to Trey Kimbley.
Luke Garrett and Josh Cohn. 25 from BNL.
Looks like Trey Kimbley's going to continue that lead, go 24.7 in the process, and then hand it off to Alexander Swenson. Alexander with a good flip turn, great underwaters. Let's see if we can get him to keep his head down for the rest of this race.
And here comes the BNL A.
And looks like he's going to hand it off to John Allen. John's going to flip down there with the lead still. He's going to come home, hopefully put his head down for the rest of this race. Ah, he breathed again. He's going to go a nice split of 23.23 to anchor that relay. Good job, John. And it looks like BNL B relay is actually going to finish second here. And then Edgewood's going to finish off here with Josh Cohn. Good job to all those guys.
Yeah, great job on that race.
And then
there.
BNLC is going to finish off here with Carson Puckett at the very end. Let's get his head down. And he's going to finish with a 34.87, finishing off that C relay, getting 4th place. Good job to all those guys.
Yeah, great job.
Next up, we have my favorite event in high school swimming, the 100 backstroke. We'll have Bella Held and Emma Gabhart for the Stars, and then Jenna Crossley for Edgewood.
In lane 3 for BNL, Held. In lane 4 for Edgewood, Crossley. And in lane 5 for BNL, Gabhart.
So something that's different about backstroke actually is that you start in the water. And backstroke is one of those strokes that underwater swimming, doing dolphin kicks is actually faster than the stroke itself. So all the best backstrokers in the world they take advantage of this rule called the 15-meter rule, where they dolphin kick all the way to the 15-meter mark. You're allowed 15 meters underwater, but then after that you have to pop up and swim. So something I'm training to do in the 100-yard backstroke actually is, flip off every wall and be able to kick to 15 meters and do it fast too. Not just going the distance, but also making it as fast or faster than my swimming. So it looks like Emma Gabhart's doing a good job here. She's just under a 100 pace. We'll see how she does in her last wall. Still manages to get 3 dolphin kicks in, which isn't bad at all. We'll see what she can finish with. Looks like she'll be a 102. Then we have Bella Held and Jenna Crossley racing over there at the other end of the pool. Looks like Jenna Crossley's taking the lead away from Bella Held. She'll finish strong here. And Jenna Crossley will take second place, shortly followed by Bella Held. And now we have the men's 100 backstroke. We'll have Gavin Norris for Edgewood, Cole Baker for BNL, Gastianu for Edgewood, and Noah Carter for BNL.
In lane 4 for Edgewood, Asco. And in lane 5 for BNL, Carter.
Looks like we just have 3 swimmers. So one may not be.
Yeah, it looks like
So lanes 3, 4, 5. Cole Baker, Gastineau, and Noah Carter.
Looks like Gavin Norris is in swim with this heat today. We'll see how Cole Baker can do here. I was trying to help him increase his tempo a little bit and warm up today. We'll see if he can
take your tips to heart.
Yeah. It doesn't look like it. It's a nice slow tempo right there, but
maybe he'll pick it up on the.
Yeah, maybe he'll build into his tempo a little bit. 29.36 in that first 50. I'll have to keep working with him over this Thanksgiving break while I'm at home. Looks like if Cole has a really good last 25, he can be under a minute here, but he's really got to pick that tempo up and finish hard. 7, 8, 9. Looks like he was a 100. Close to under a minute pace. He'll get there. 100.47. And it looks like Noah Carter's going to come in here at second place. And it looks like
Gastineau is coming in to finish.
Yeah. Gastineau finishing off his 100 backstroke here.
Probably fighting through some pain right now.
Oh, 100%. I know. 100 backstroke is not an easy race to do. My legs especially just are, I can't even walk after it. It's just so painful.
Our next race, girls 100-yard breaststroke. We'll have 3 racers here in lanes 2, 3, and 4. Ellie Lewis from Edgewood, a freshman. Kaylee Moody, a junior from Bedford North Lawrence. And Naylee Young, a freshman.
Breaststroke, my personal least favorite. Actually, no, distance freestyle is my least favorite.
Probably one of the loudest events.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Because everyone gets to cheer on their teammates, and their teammates can actually hear them.
Yeah, this is event number 21.
Yeah, and if you look at them down there, you can actually see your teammates too, because in breaststroke you have to come up out of the water and look up in front of you if you want to. So, you know, you can see all your teammates like cheering you on and yelling for you to go. But it looks like Ellie Lewis, freshman from Edgewood, is gonna run away with this one. Nice distance per stroke that she's got there. Up at Purdue, we do a lot of, or the breaststroke group does a lot of distance per strokes training and trying to really maximize the amount of water they can pull and kick. I know, well, one of my best friends, his name's Coleman Modulin. He does the 200 breaststroke, and his distance per stroke is just crazy. But he's also one of the fastest swimmers in the Big Ten in that race right now too. So. But it looks like Ellie Lewis will run away with that one. Go 119.97. Great time for a freshman. Hopefully she can keep improving on that. And then Naylee Young, freshman from Edgewood, also finishes second place. And then Caitlin Moody will finish that off. But here we go. We have the men's 100 breaststroke with Jaden Kemp, Garrett Henston, and Zeke Eichel from BNL, and Cohen Bell and Matthew Phillips from Edgewood.
In lane 3 for BNL, Henson. In lane 4 for Edgewood, Phillips. And in lane 5 from BNL, Zeke Eichel.
Looks like Garrett Henson here with a dominant first 25. Some nice distance per stroke for him.
Yeah, he took a commanding lead on that first 25.
It's great tempo. Got all of his teammates cheering him on. You can hear the go, go, go. They're all cheering for him. And it's a great feeling.
Yeah, I bet.
Looks like Garrett's gonna finish this race off here. Right around 113. Good job to him. It looks like Zeke actually is gonna finish this 100 breaststroke off here strong. One last kick. There he goes. Zeke and then Cohen Bell, freshman from Edgewood. Finishes off third right there.
Yeah, good job to all those swimmers.
Girls, 400-yard freestyle.
All right, now we got the last event for the women's, the 400 freestyle relay. It looks like we'll have a one-on-one of BNL versus Edgewood. So we'll have Emma Gaphart, Bella Held, Cookie King, and Shelby Slaughter for BNL stars, Allison Lilly, Naylee Young, Ellie Lewis, and Ellie Graff for Edgewood. Hopefully we have a nice competitive race here.
Tried to zoom in since we only have 2 swimmers for this final race.
Emma Gaphart with a great start here. Seems like she's had a really good meet so far. She's out in 27:79. I know her whole family's a family of athletes and swimmers too. They had Paul Gaphart, actually, who's the assistant coach right now for BNL, actually swam for IU for a little bit. Looks like she's going to finish her 100 freestyle off in a 57 point something. Allison Lilly going to finish off here. Hand off to Bailey Young. Looks like Bella Held maintaining that lead for now. She'll flip down there, 39.66 in that first 50.
So each swimmer swims 100 yards.
Yep.
A football field.
Oh yeah. It looks like Naylee Young, or Nalia. She's actually catching Bella Held by a little bit here. She'd split faster than her, so giving her relay a slight advantage for that leg at least. And Cookie King just dove in, followed by Ellie Lewis.
Now, Andrew, if you were the coach, would you put the strong swimmer out front, or do you want that anchor leg to be that strong?
Personally, I would. It's a tough question. I think it really just depends on who our competition is and who has a good start. If I have a really strong swimmer who has a great flat start, I would put them out first and get a good lead and have the other swimmers carry their momentum forward. But then if I knew someone had a really good relay start and they did well under pressure, I would put them at the end every single time. Which is kind of what we do with our star swimmers at Purdue. We have a guy, his name's Brady Samuels. He has a really, really good flat start, which is how, swimmers start the race. And he goes first, and then Nikola Achin, he's from Serbia. He's an Olympian. He's our fastest freestyler, and he does really, really, really well under pressure. And he always goes last. So it looks like Shelby Slaughter here is finishing off this relay for them. She has got a 50 left, and then Ellie Graff is pushing, trying her best and trying to catch the stars. Beautiful freestyle. She'll be out in a 26.88, which is definitely catching our relay. It's just
yes. Is there enough pool left?
Yeah. If this was a longer relay, if this was a lot longer of a relay, Shelby should be in some. She should be scared right now, but Autograph just ran out of pool. Still fantastic swimming from all those ladies. Now we'll get ready to start the final event. Looks like we'll have John Allen leading this relay off. Gets to swim another 100 freestyle. Seems like he just swam the 100 freestyle not too long ago. But
400-yard freestyle relay.
we'll have John Allen and Zeke Eichel leading these relays off for the Stars. And then up in lane 1, we'll have Noah Carter.
Looks like there's just 3 teams.
That looks like it's an all BNL heat this time.
All BNL in lane 1, it's Noah Carter. Ashton
We'll see if John can manage to get a 49 here. I know he was a 50.5, 50.6 in the 100 earlier? Something like right around there. I know he was 50 point something, but I know as a very competitive guy, he wants to be into those 49s. It'll be very interesting to see what all John can do his senior year. Here, right there, he was 52 low. Looks like he's going to hand things off to Trey Kimbley. Zeke Eichel also with a solid swim, 105. There you go, Zeke. Handing things off to Hayden Puckett down in lane 6. Nope, lane 5. And up in lane 1, we have Asher. New young guy.
It's always good to see the freshmen come out because you got to build that program.
Oh yeah,
with whatever it takes.
Yeah, it's nice to see fresh faces. Oh my goodness.
Fresh faces.
A little bit of tongue twister there. Fresh faces, and you know, I like to see the team culture rub off on those younger guys too, because you know, it's nice to see them, you know, pass the torch on to those guys and really get them started off right so they can continue a good BNL swimming legacy. Looks like Gary Henson's going to dive in right there. Alexander Swenson in this relay real fast. He's 26-0 going out. Looks like Gary Henson's going to finish this relay out. Oh, nope, he's got a 50 left. But Alexander's going to hand off to Cole Baker. See if he can get a 49 in here. So Cole Baker started his leg at 2:41.11. So 3:31.11. Just to be in before that to go 49 here. Looks like he'll be right off of the pace for that, but he'll still also finish that relay in a nice little 52. Isaiah Eckel down at the bottom of the screen there. He'll finish his relay off. And then up on the top of the screen, we'll have Carson Puckett. Good job to all these swimmers tonight.
Yeah, great job to everybody involved.
Always fun to come back and watch all these guys swim. So we will see where my old team's at, you know.
And hopefully inspire them to do what you're doing. You know, that's the goal is, you know, you got to always try to grow your sport, whatever it is.
Oh, yeah.
And coming back and doing what you're doing and spending time with those kids, and that's going to mean the world to them.
Yeah, I hope
so
I can.
later on in life, they're going to look back and say, man, that was cool. I want to do that for whenever I'm in college.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, hopefully I can, get some of these guys more excited about swimming too, and hopefully some of their ambitions will get a little bit higher, and they'll want to do something like swim at a Big Ten school, or even just swim in college.
Any school, yeah. It doesn't matter, yeah.
I mean, any college athletics is incredibly competitive, and it's just such a good thing to get into.
And that will end our night here from Bedford North Lawrence. Andrew, I can't thank you enough for joining me tonight. It's always a pleasure to have you come back, whether you're a Purdue Boilermaker or not. That's just I just enjoy somebody here that can educate me and educate everyone at home. And but again, just want to say thank you very much, and good luck to you. I know you go back to school Sunday. Enjoy your holiday weekend here at home. Rest a little bit. I'm sure you'll be in here in the pool.
Oh yeah.
In here. So, but again, good luck to you. Swim fast. And wish you all the best up there, man.
Perfect. Thank you much. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it. It's
not
good
a
to
problem.
see some familiar faces around here.
That's right. Yeah. And everybody at home, thanks for watching. We will see you next time that we go live. I think it's going to be next week sometime. But just watch the social medias, and we'll let everyone know when we go live next. So, Andrew, thank you very much. And everybody else, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time here from BNL Live. Everybody have a great night.